TRN News.
A man is facing charges after leaving a toddler alone in a running truck at the Tanger outlets this past weekend. Police in Nashville say Daryl Lockridge left a 2-year-old in the pickup with the windows down and the motor running last Friday and was gone for around 40 minutes before officers arrived. Authorities also filed drug charges against Lockridge after finding a used pipe and a bag of white powder that he identified as meth. And a 41-year-old man is facing multiple charges after allegedly firing shots at a fire station and a business in Dyersburg on Saturday. Police say Philip Allen McGuire shot at the downtown fire department while firefighters were inside and later targeted First Choice Farm and Lawn, damaging 2 tractors. McGuire is charged with 6 counts of felony reckless endangerment and vandalism. I'm Scott Hooper.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Vicky, how you doing? How's the knee?
It's coming along, doctor, but still some soreness.
Well, let's see. You know, this soon after surgery, some pain is pretty normal.
I was hoping to get more painkillers. The first round worked great.
We're being very careful with those now. Prescription painkillers are opioids, same as heroin. It's easy to start taking them, not so easy to stop.
Last year in America, an average of 40 people died from opioid abuse every day. Long-term addiction has become America's newest health epidemic.
So no pills?
Vicky, you're doing great. So let's try these anti-inflammatories, plus your physical therapy. If the soreness doesn't continue to get better, give me a call.
For opioids, the smaller the dose prescribed and taken, the better. Because even a few prescription painkillers can sometimes go a long, wrong way. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons and the Orthopedic Trauma Association. Visit orthoinfo.org/prescription safety.
A couple was accused of stealing several guitars from a Nashville area shop. Kenneth Humphrey was caught on surveillance video stealing the guitars and selling them to local pawn shops. They were valued at over $12,500. Patty Bowling allegedly admitted to being involved in the crimes. They were both arrested for felony organized retail crime and felony theft of merchandise. And a driver has been indicted for a fatal wreck that left a 21-year-old man dead in Chattanooga. Dylan Pothin's indictment on reckless homicide charges comes roughly 6 months after the incident. Authorities say Pothin was driving a box truck on Highway 153 when it rear-ended another truck carrying concrete blocks. Pothin and a passenger had to be extracted from their vehicle after the crash, and the passenger later died at a hospital. I'm Scott Hooper, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Averett's corporate office in Cookeville evacuated all campus buildings Tuesday after receiving a bomb threat. A post on the company Facebook page said the evacuation took place to ensure the safety of associates and to allow emergency crews to conduct a facility sweep. So far, law enforcement has not released any details about the incident. Officials with the Tennessee Department of Revenue say an Overton County man has been granted pretrial diversion on attempted tax evasion charges. On Monday, Judge Sean Fry accepted the signed order and ordered Ricky Dell Bowman to pay restitution of $4,496.50. The charge stems from Bowman underreporting the purchase price of a boat at the Overton County Clerk's Office. Monterey aldermen have appointed a new member to the town's Civil Service Board. The appointment of Jeff Leonard to the town's Hiring and Employee Disciplinary Authority came a month after aldermen tabled action on making an appointment to the Civil Service Board. At that time, aldermen wanted time to consider the possibility of nominating Mayor Alex Garcia to the 3-member board. Monday, a majority of aldermen agreed that adding Garcia or any elected official to the Civil Service Board would go against the original intent of keeping politics out of hiring and disciplinary decisions. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Some areas are dealing with patchy fog to start the day. This should quickly burn off late in the morning with hot and sticky conditions building in as the day progresses. This afternoon will bring scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms, a few of which could be strong. Gusty winds, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, and localized flash flooding are possible in stronger storms. Highs will be in the mid-upper 80s. Patchy fog will develop once again overnight with lows around 70. We'll do it all over again tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms likely, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Friday and Saturday we'll see continued storm chances with highs in the mid-upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:07. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Jason. What is this, Wednesday? Yeah, yes. Wednesday. High today in
Look
the
at us
low
knowing
80s.
what day it is and everything.
It's not easy for us. Wednesday morning, 72 right now. Usually it's in the 60s.
Ooh, I need to sit up, Sheila.
You need to sit up. Sit up there. Sit up straight.
Gotta get my posture right or something.
This morning we have Rafferty Cleary coming in.
Shake that Raffy Taffy.
The cultural administrator for Monterey. Then Marsha Mullins, she'll be in. She's going to talk about Pray for Tennessee.
All right. I love me some Marsha.
She's so sweet.
Such a great lady. Can't wait to talk to her. And Rafferty would be fun, too.
I guess. We like picking on him.
A few things you need to know. Livingston's Main Street Commission, that's our boy Gene Gant. We love Gene.
Love Gene.
He's the chairman of that there in Livingston. And the alderman gave him approval to spend $15,000 on a mini shuttle that will help people during big events and festivals that they have. He saw a lot of elderly people having to walk a long distance to get to these things because parking sometimes is at a premium.
Yeah.
And so that's what that'll be used for. Now, it's not just for elderly. So,
no,
Sheila, you're going to have to share it.
Isn't he funny?
But that'll be good stuff. And way to go, Livingston, for thinking of that kind of thing.
Gene, thanks for thinking of us old people.
Yeah.
Well, in Overton County again, there's a Democratic Party meeting Thursday. Tomorrow, the 10th, 6 p.m. at the Millard Oakley Public Library meeting room. Guest speaker will be Peggy Clark Smith, the Overton County trustee.
All right. Don't miss this. It's on July the 19th. It's the Family Fun Day in Dogwood Park. Starts at 10, goes to 2. Everything's free hot dogs or hamburgers, free bounce houses, lawn games, face painting, balloon animals, all kinds of stuff. And that is Saturday, July the 19th from 10 to 2, Family Fun Day at Dogwood Park.
Well, Jason and I have been keeping an eye on Lazy Cow because it's right across the street from the radio station
what is the
on
deal?
Willow.
People keep asking like I know what's going on.
I think it's because it's across the street from us, but
Yeah. Well, somebody asked me yesterday, I heard Baxter's getting a Waffle House. Do you know about that?
Well, you would be one of the first to know
And
usually.
I said, no, I haven't heard about Baxter getting a Waffle House. So I've got to get to the bottom of that today.
Danny Holmes. We'll
Yeah,
try to get him
I'll
on.
I'll call you, Danny.
Well, Lazy Cow Creamery, they have a new line of clean label ice creams.
What does that mean?
Well, in order to scale their production and meet the demand of their new drive-through location, which is across the street from
I
us,
know we can see it.
they added in a few flavors. Consistent with the commitment, they have started making several of their flavors clean, which means they have deliberately shortened the list of ingredients. So trying to use
Good, yeah.
like a healthier, I know it's ice cream, but still like the more natural ingredients instead of using all the fake stuff,
I've
which
always
is why it tastes so much better.
I always heard that not to eat anything with over 3 ingredients.
Ooh, over 3.
You know how hard that is?
That's very hard.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it said 5 of their 32 flavors at Lazy Cow have only 10 or less ingredients,
Wow.
and 4 of them are milk.
That's great.
So the base of their ingredients are cream, milk, cane sugar, skim milk, dairy, dry milk, locust bean gum.
You should get them in here.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
I think that's kind of cool. And they come up with their own
I don't
flavors
know what locust
too.
bean gum is.
I
but
know.
Other than that, it sounds delicious. The Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, of course, that's sponsored by the Tennessee Lottery, has announced its 2025 Achievement Awards, and one of the winners is Barry Butch Wilmore,
Yay.
named the 2025 Tennessean of the Year. So congratulations to Barry Wilmore. Poor old Barry had to go get stuck in space for 8 months for us to give him the Tennessean of the Year.
Yeah, he was one of our favorite Tennesseans anyway
Right.
before that. But now it's like, come on, y'all.
I know.
Give
now,
him his props.
Oh, now since you was stuck up there, we'll go ahead and give you Tennessean of the Year, I guess. This Saturday at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville, it's Cars and Coffee. It's their customer appreciation special. They got giveaways, coffee, donuts. They got it all for you at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Also, if you would like to be an EMT, they're doing an EMT class. It's July the 18th. Or the applications are due by July 18th. Evening classes begin August 4th, and they run through mid-December. So if you thought you might want to work as an EMT or through EMS somehow, classes are held at the Putnam County Emergency Management office. You can contact Billy Price at 931-525-2121, 931-525-2121, or bprice at putnamcountytn.gov.
Ah, nice.
So there you go.
Coming up next, it's Your 2 Cents, and it's brought to you by Freedom Pond, Mayberry Street in Sparta. Keep up with them on Facebook because they put up a lot of times weekly what they have for sale in there, too, because they're always getting in new stuff.
Neat stuff.
Really cool stuff. They've got a lot of tools in there. Of course, they're your gun and ammo store as well. Our question, worst person ever in history.
Whew.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, my gosh. Of course, everybody's going to say Hitler.
There's a lot of Hitlers that have been said, but there's others too.
Worst person
ever.
All right, so I'm in my head. I'm going to do worst person in history ever, other than Hitler.
Okay, for you.
For me, yeah. I'm just because
Okay.
I mean I think Hitler's the easy
He is the
easy one to put out there as the worst person ever in history. But I mean, there's some other doozies out there now.
There are.
We're talking about entire history.
Entire history.
And this is going all the way back to the Bible.
But We have some funny ones and we have some interesting ones. So stay close. Coming up next, we'll go over that with you.
All right. That's all coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live here on Hub Plus. And thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate that. Also, if you have Roku, it'd be handy for you to download the Hub Plus app for Roku. Had it on yesterday when the weather was coming through, and Anthony had his NextRad radar up, and it was just perfect. It beat my phone radar. So his radar was faster than my phone radar.
I'm so glad we teamed up with Anthony.
So all that's available to you there on Hub Plus as well, there on Roku, on demand things. Download it, please. It's 6:15 now, and your 2 cents is next here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. My left eye keeps twitching. Can y'all see that?
No.
Okay. It feels like everybody
but
can
now
see
I'm watching it.
Okay.
Waiting for it.
It's weird.
But doesn't it annoy you when that happens and you feel like everybody can see?
Well,
But
it started yesterday, and it's still going today, and I don't know what that means.
Well, it probably means that I'm stressing you out.
I meant to Google twitchy eye last night.
It's usually stress. It is.
Yeah, but I'm not stressed. You know me. I'm cool, chill.
Yeah, general manager of a radio station. Who would be stressed at
Cool,
that?
chilled out. It's all right.
Well, your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pawn on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They've got tools, guitars, guns, ammo, everything you want, even jewelry. Go by and see them. Who's the worst person ever in history? That's our question today.
Gosh, I don't know, Sheila. There's been so many terrible people.
Well, we do have a lot that's saying Hitler. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, that's got to be the number one answer.
Well, William says Jason. He goes, LOL. JK.
William.
He must know you or
Big
something.
Will.
Our friend Steve, Steve in Victoria, who does the Putnam County Home Show, he said Rosie O'Donnell by far.
Rosie O'Donnell.
I thought that was funny from him.
I mean, she ain't my favorite, but I don't know if she's the worst person in history. Yeah, there's been some doozies.
Jeff said Eve.
Eve had some problems. Think where we would be without. I mean, we'd have to have an Eve, but what if Eve would have acted right? We'd all just be naked, all the food we ever wanted.
Just naked, not even acting on it, just feeling fine being naked.
Yeah.
Robin, she said, worst person in history, anyone who's been on The View. Robin. And then Richard said Christian Lautner.
That's he's in the vampire movies.
That's what I was thinking, right?
He was a werewolf, right? Wasn't Christian Lautner the
He was a
werewolf?
wolf.
Or the wolf?
Not the werewolf, just a wolf.
Wolf, okay.
He was a wolf of London instead of werewolf of London.
Gotcha.
Joe said Putin.
I can see that.
Johnny Ferguson. He said Hillary Clinton.
Figured we'd get at least one or two Hillarys.
We got a couple of Bidens on there too.
So.
And Michael Dahl, he goes, that one guy who did that one thing over there at them folks, Lord have mercy. Michael.
That pretty much sums it
he
up
goes,
for
terrible,
me too.
terrible. What happened to them folks? Daggum limbs, I tell you what. Thanks for that, Michael. I was just thinking of Boomhauer on King of the Hill, not King of Queens, King of the Hill. Let's see. Lee Harvey Oswald was what Sarah said. She said he was either set up or the worst patsy in the world or just plain evil. We'll never know.
Yeah. There's a fine line between stupid and evil.
Yeah. Russell said Judas Iscariot. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then Lynn, I would have to agree with her. She said any human that's ever walked the earth and is a pedophile.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Lynn. That was a good answer.
I mean, the list of terrible, horrible people in history is a long list.
Yeah. And it's like, it feels like, correct me if I'm wrong, but nowadays you're either good or really, really bad. It seems like you're nowhere.
There's a bunch of people in the middle, Sheila.
Because we hear about it all the time, like on the news a lot more.
See, all of us middle people, we just go to work.
We are under the radar.
Love our families.
Yeah. Stay out of the drama.
And we just go about our day.
Yeah.
But then there's the people, I guess, who don't have anything else to do. And you know what they say about idle hands? And then
get you in trouble.
Get you in trouble, and that's what's happening. We've got it almost too good.
And nothing good happens after midnight. That's what Daddy always said.
That is true. I always thought,
I'm like, why can't you let my curfew be longer? He said, because nothing good happens after midnight.
Well, looking back at my life now, I can tell you, at the time it's good. There's a lot of good things that happen after midnight at the time. But then when you start looking back on it.
Like more chances for you to get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things can happen after midnight, too.
Yeah.
But a lot of good things can happen after midnight, too.
Not really.
Just got to take your chance. I mean, screw it. You only live once. YOLO.
YOLO. You only live once.
Do people say YOLO anymore?
I don't think so. That's why it sounded so funny.
Maybe I can bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Let's you and I work on YOLO.
Yeah.
That's it. That's our little answers.
All right. Well, I'm still trying to think.
We got a lot of Hitlers.
You know, if you'd asked me a few years ago, I'd have come right out and said, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It's hard for you to admit, but you like him as an analyst now, don't you?
On game day, he's good. He's been great. And I'll say this, too. I never would have admitted this in public ever a while back, but I watched one of his talks. You know, he gets paid and he goes and does talks to different groups and all that. And I listened to one, and, man, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
He does a really good job.
Come on. It would be like if we said he wasn't a good coach, everybody would know we're lying.
He's probably one of the best that's ever been. But
that's why a lot of us don't like him, because he was real good.
That being said, I thought he was the spawn of Satan. Because there's several things that added up to that. So when he was with the Miami Dolphins, sucked. And then Alabama hired him, and all of a sudden he's
wonderful.
He's wonderful. So that leads to believe he signed a pact with the devil. His last name is Saban, could easily be Satan. And
you've really thought about this, haven't you?
His birthday is on Halloween.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, you know an awful lot about him.
Like a demon. So I imagine it's like, who was the guitarist at the Crossroads? I can't think of.
Oh, Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson.
And they think he sold his soul to the devil because he was such a great guitarist.
Right, and because he went again, he was just Robert.
He was just plain old Robert Johnson,
and nobody thought anything about him. He went missing for a while, comes back and is a guitar aficionado,
like a prodigy or something.
Deal with the devil. Nick Saban at the Dolphins, terrible. Gets to Alabama. gives his soul to the devil. Best coach ever.
Has he overcome all that now? As an analyst, you're like, well, that devil knows what he's talking about.
Maybe the contract is up.
I hope.
With old Beelzebub.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I hope he makes amends with God.
Me too.
But speaking of sports and everything, did you see Coach Gruden?
Yes.
They sent Bobby Wilder and the football team at Tech, sent him a big old box full of Tech gear.
See, I could probably play some of that.
So I like Gruden anyway.
Oh, yeah.
His attitude. And
Grudemania.
Yeah. And then he was like, Cookeville, Tennessee, that old Coach Bobby Wilder. And, I mean, they set him up with all kinds of stuff, even Tech notebooks, several shirts, jackets, a backpack.
This is it.
Cookeville, Tennessee.
Oh, there we go.
Great place. This is in Cookeville, Putnam County, Tennessee.
Putnam County.
Been there several times. There's a restaurant there called Crawdaddy's. You can get crawfish, shrimp.
Okay.
But you don't go in there.
I've never had crawfish at Crawdaddy's.
Well, they don't have it all the time.
So
but I have had it there.
So Gruden's lying?
No, I've had it there before.
Okay. All right.
Spaghetti.
But he
Jake.
knew
Don't
where
be
it was.
disappointed. Just ask for the crawfish. Tell him Gruden sent you.
I'm going to go there today and do that.
This is a nice
Gruden
box.
sent me.
You know, Tennessee Tech, this is a football team that's in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Ohio
and
Valley.
if you know anything,
I could listen to him talk all day.
I think he's hilarious.
But, I mean, the gear that Tech sent John Gruden.
And you know what? I thought, I can't even get a cup, y'all. I'm like, I know I'm not Gruden, but come on. I mean,
Yeah,
I've had Bobby Wilder in here. Jason's had him in here.
Yeah.
Bobby, come on.
Come on, man.
Coach W.
why aren't we getting the shaft and Gruden gets everything?
Like Gruden's important.
Yeah, well, Gruden's a lot more entertaining opening up his box.
Oh my gosh, he was so funny. I was loving it. Watched the whole video.
Yeah, and here's the thing. He did a really good job of researching Cookeville,
Mhm.
Tennessee Tech before he did that video. Because, I mean,
I wouldn't put it past old Bobby and him being friends, though. They are a lot alike, it seems like. They both got that energy that's just contagious.
well, I think that's just a head football coach.
No, not all of them are like that.
But good ones are.
Good ones are, yeah.
And but I think he probably Wikipedia'd a little bit.
But, I mean,
'Cause
to know about our restaurants and everything.
Well, I mean, you can Google that. I mean, I'm not trying to diminish this, but
I think you are a little bit. Please let me bask in the glory
I
of
also
Gruden
don't
loves
believe
us.
that Gruden knows that much about Cookeville and Tennessee Tech. I mean, he was like quoting Wikipedia.
Jason, I don't think that's what that was.
That's exactly what that was, Sheila.
Stop it. Why do you got to ruin a good thing?
No, I was trying to give him props.
Oh, let's just go ahead and say it. It's just not even Gruden. It's AI Gruden.
I was going to give him props because a lot of people would have got that box and been like, whatever. But he takes the time.
That's why he's cool.
To do a whole video, research Cookeville and Tennessee Tech. I mean, he knew about Jim Youngblood and all that stuff, and which is easily found on the internet
But
when
he
you
did
Google.
not mention Jake Hoot, which he should have, because Jake played there, and now he was
Well, I thought that too, but maybe
on The Voice.
Somebody needs to go update our Wikipedia page to
True.
get Jake Hoot on.
True.
He knew about Barry Wilmore, though.
I mean, he got lost in space, literally.
And here's something else I've been noticing about Barry Wilmore.
Yeah.
It's not Barry's fault that this is happening, but all of a sudden, Mount Juliet's claiming him.
What?
Apparently, that's where he's from.
He didn't go to school there.
But Mount Juliet is claiming him now. I didn't hear hiding her hair from Mount Juliet.
They didn't correct him
This
being
whole
at
time.
Tech or anything like that.
This whole time. Nobody in Mount
Is that
Juliet.
where he lives now?
No,
where he
it's where
grew
he grew
up?
up. It's where he's from. So Mount Juliet is taking ownership of him now, and I think that's wrong. We've had him longer. We claimed him first.
Yeah, Mount Juliet.
And now Mount Juliet's trying to glamp on
Look,
to.
you got a target first. Hang on to that, okay?
Yeah.
But we're coming for you. We're getting a target too.
I don't know. That just disturbed me. I noticed that the past couple of days I started reading. I was like, what?
Can't we
Mount
all just
Juliet?
get along?
Not with Mount Juliet acting out like that. We can't.
Acting out. Mount Juliet.
Coming up, we got spoiler alert. That's on the way. The latest in the news of entertainment and music. So that's coming up here in just a second here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Dallas Mavericks star Anthony Davis underwent surgery to repair a detached retina that he suffered during the season. Davis only played 11 games for the Mavs after being traded from the Lakers due to a groin injury in his opening game with Dallas. ESPN reports that he will be healthy and ready to go for training camp. Number 2 tennis player in the world, Carlos Alcaraz, cruised through his quarterfinal round of Wimbledon, beating Cam Norrie in straight sets yesterday. Alcaraz has now won 23 matches in a row as he heads to the semifinals to face American Taylor Fritz. The top hockey high school recruit in the country committed to Penn State yesterday. Gavin McKenna is already projected to be the number 1 pick in the 2026 NHL draft and is drawing comparisons to Patrick Kane. Penn State made its first Frozen Four appearance last season, losing to Boston University. In the MLB yesterday, the Kansas City Royals beat the Pirates 4-3. Brewers topped the Dodgers for a second straight night 3-1. Twins over the Cubs 8-1. Reds fell to the Marlins 12-2, and Tigers beat the Rays 4-2. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:33.
Our guest this morning will be Rafferty Cleary from Monterey. He's the cultural administrator and also our news guy.
Yeah.
He's coming in after 7.
A couple of new businesses up in Monterey and just had fire on the mountain. Be interested to talk to Rafferty about that.
Yeah, I thought it would be neat to kind of get his opinion on that. I know it was huge.
Yep.
And then Marsha Mullins with Pray for Tennessee and also the National Day of Prayer Task Force.
Love me some Miss Marcia.
Yeah, she'll be coming in at 7:30.
All right. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Jimmy Fallon has Salma Hayek and Mel B on the show tonight.
Wow.
Mel B is my least favorite America's Got Talent judge.
She does a good job, too. She's just not Sofia Vergara.
Well, I really miss Heidi Klum because Heidi Klum used to be there.
And her and Sophia, they tag team it really good, don't they?
I thought they did a great job at judging those two together.
You don't even care what they're saying.
Stephen Colbert's got Jean Smart on tonight.
We love her.
Love Jean Smart.
And yes, I will always love her because of Designing Women.
Yes. Designing Women is still a good show.
It is.
I'm surprised they haven't redone it yet.
And she's one of the other ones I think were Southern on there because Annie Potts is from Tennessee. Dixie Carter
from Georgia.
I knew she was from the South too. I knew it wasn't Tennessee. But and then Jean Smart was, I think, New York.
I don't know where she's from.
And does Southern pretty dang good.
On regular TV tonight, you've got Shifting Gears. That's on ABC. So is Abbott Elementary and Shark Tank. On CBS, Hollywood Squares, Elsbeth. And on Fox, MasterChef and Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service. NBC's got all the Chicago shows. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is on FX. Botch presents Plastic Surgery Rewind. That's on E. It's a series premiere of that. And Celebrity IOU is on HGTV, whatever that is.
Celebrity IOU.
I have no idea what that is. That's obviously some sort of home building or decorating show. My guess is with the celebrity.
Sounds good. Interesting.
Lucy Liu, Justin Theroux, BJ Novak, and Pauline Chalamet have been added to the cast of The Devil Wears Prada 2. That's going to be in theaters May 1st of 2026. The original stars Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt. They're all set to reprise their roles in that as well. The Devil Wears Prada 2. The third season of Ryan Murphy's Monster Anthology series, that focuses on Lizzie Borden. According to Variety, a premiere date has not been set. Squid Game Season 3 has scored 106.3 million views total in 10 days, which is a Netflix record.
My goodness. I haven't began watching that yet.
I haven't either. I haven't watched any of the Squid Game stuff.
Just like me with NCIS.
Yeah.
Even though she may not be on this. Mariska Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay is not on NCIS.
It's one of those, ain't it? Law and Order?
She's on Law and Order, yeah.
I hadn't seen that either, but...
You haven't seen Law and Order?
No, I haven't seen a whole episode of it. But I've seen her on interviews, and I like her.
I figured you would like
I'm sure I'd like it.
It's about killing, and you love killing.
Would you quit saying that? But I want to see that Lizzie Borden.
You love killing shows.
I want to see that Lizzie Borden thing.
Yeah, the monster.
You love killing shows.
You do love killing shows.
I like trying to figure out what makes them tick.
And you know,
if I can see the signs and the warning signs of if I'm working with a psychopath.
And I've decided that this is a female characteristic, that the murder stuff, because
wonder why.
Because I was talking to Piper yesterday, who works at the radio station, Piper Lines, and she was talking about she listens to murder shows like on road trips. She listens to murder.
I know there's a lot of people that say, the people I follow like on Instagram and stuff, they're like, I listen to those murder podcasts to fall asleep. I'm thinking, to fall asleep?
You watch.
I don't do it to fall asleep. I don't want to have dreams about it. I just watch it to figure out what's the warning signs.
You want to make it a reality, I think. Why
are you saying this?
Watching that Snapped.
No, I love my husband. Because he acts right.
But if he gets out of line, Snapped. Oh, poor Mary Lou Retton. Did you see her body cam footage?
I did. That's sad. I mean, and I remember when she was in the Olympics and
on
was
the Wheaties box.
And gymnast, her perfect 10.
Yeah.
But what's going on with her now? She's older than I am. She's like 57.
Wow. 57.
And then
it looks every bit of it.
If y'all don't remember, a few months back, she had drinking and driving. Or was driving under the influence.
That's she had a screw top bottle of wine open in her purse. Let's just get right to it.
What?
Yeah.
She was like literally drinking and driving.
Yeah. When she got to the police station, she told the police, "I'm West Virginia's first daughter."
Oh, bless her heart.
She later pled no contest to a non-aggravated DUI charge and was fined $100, the standard penalty for the first-time offenders in the state. But what took me back was Mary Lou Retton looks old now. And that's not anything I'm putting on her. I mean, it happens.
Obviously, you are.
But
women aren't supposed to get old.
That's what I'm saying. What hurt me was how old it made me feel.
Me too. I did too. And then they were talking about how bad she looked. I'm thinking she looked like she was crying. Obviously, she'd been arrested.
Yeah, she'd been out drinking.
You ain't gonna look good. You've been out drinking. You got caught. Then you've got a mug shot to be made.
Yeah,
as you're crying.
Yeah, back when she looked good, she's eating those Wheaties.
Nobody looks good crying.
Now she's on the Boone's farm.
Oh.
I don't think
maybe she'll be doing a commercial for them.
It's Mary Lou Retton for Boone's Farm.
West Virginia's first daughter.
I don't know if it was Boone's Farm. Every time I hear Screw Top Wine, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
Michael Madsden died from heart failure, his cardiologist confirms. He was in Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill.
He was in Thelma and Louise too. He was.
He was in a lot of things. What?
Louise's boyfriend that wired her the money.
Yeah.
That.
He was in one of the. He was in a mob movie too. I can't think of right now. Anyway,
he's a good mobster.
He was found unresponsive in his Malibu house. His cardiologist confirmed that he died from heart failure, with heart disease and alcoholism cited as contributing factors. No autopsy was performed since his physician signed the death certificate and authorities closed the investigation. His sister Virginia paid tribute, calling him Thunder and Velvet, mischief wrapped in tenderness, a poet disguised as an outlaw, and added, "I'll miss our inside jokes. I miss our big brother."
That when she posted, and I did not know until he passed that they were brother and sister, even though they had the same last name. Didn't even.
Why is she famous too?
Yeah, she's an actress. She's can't tell you what she's been in, but she's really good too. She's beautiful. She's blonde hair, blue eyes. But what she wrote made me get teary eyed because it was it was how I imagine him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just a beautiful poem about her brother. I can't talk about it anymore. I'm about to start crying.
A court hearing scheduled for Tuesday to argue for Sean Diddy Combs to receive an expedited sentencing date was adjourned with no arguments heard and no new date set. Initially aiming for September the 22nd, both sides agreed to the judge's preferred October 3rd sentencing, which was officially scheduled in court filings. He was convicted on 2 prostitution-related charges, but acquitted on racketeering and sex trafficking. And I think probably he'll get out with time served is what it seems like.
But if y'all are as curious as we are, we've got Mike Giamo, the attorney from Crabtree
Big Mike.
and Patterson, coming in tomorrow at 7:30, and we're going to talk about the Diddy trial. I also said we could touch on Blake Lively.
Yeah,
and what's going on there?
Absolutely.
Depending on what all we have time for. And he was in. He was like, "Yeah, I'll be there. That sounds like fun."
Good.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Good. He's so entertaining and a great lawyer too. So
yeah.
That whole Crabtree bunch over there is good people.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't wait to talk to him tomorrow at 7:30.
Yeah. So
breaking down Diddy with Mike Giamo.
I am glad that that's all coming to an end, though.
Yeah, it's something all the time.
It is, and it's not just that. It's everything all the time. You know, we were talking about yesterday about how there's just chaos.
Yeah.
Just everything seems like chaos.
Yes.
I'm over
just
it.
all the time.
I'm over it. As engineer Mike would say, I'm sick of it. Sick of it.
Sick of it. Just sick of it.
And it'd be nice if just everybody calm down a little bit.
You know, it would be nice if people didn't take to social media when there's children that are dying in floods and they're saying people deserve it.
Oh, I saw that too.
Let me
ran
tell
all
y'all.
through me.
I'm like, who takes it upon themselves to sit there and say something so negative about these children that are missing, probably, drowned.
Yeah.
With the Texas flood. I just can't. Writing something so horrible that's out there in the world now.
There's a lot of people just suck out loud now, Sheila.
I know I shouldn't be shocked, but I'm thinking these are real people.
Right.
It's not just some story that's made up on AI. This really happened.
This is a real thing that's happened.
Parents are without their children.
There is little to no empathy for a lot of things anymore. And
it's like everybody thinks things aren't real because it's just on social media.
And then everybody feels like you have to pick a side.
You know what?
No, when it
you
comes
don't
to-
even have to post nasty stuff like that.
Right.
Just nasty meanness.
I remember growing up, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
And
How
I
many
ain't
times did you
perfect,
hear
but I
that?
try not to post my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just like, that hurt my heart.
You got all tore up, didn't you, Sheila?
It did. It hurt my heart, and just think.
Oh, I agree.
These poor people that's already gone through that tragedy and still not healed.
Yeah.
And have to read that stuff.
Yeah.
Because other people share it.
Well,
don't share it either.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody shares like, can you believe this?
Mm.
It's just everything's for social clout now.
Well, have some sense, y'all.
Coming up, the real good. A couple of stories that are positive and uplifting,
We're trying to look for those.
which obviously we desperately need. Also, round 2 of Ask Jason.
You got all 3 right yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see if we can keep the streak going this morning. So that's all coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Some areas are dealing with patchy fog to start the day. This should quickly burn off late in the morning with hot and sticky conditions building in as the day progresses. This afternoon will bring scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms, a few of which could be strong. Gusty winds, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, and localized flash flooding are possible in stronger storms. Highs will be in the mid-upper 80s. Patchy fog will develop once again overnight with lows around 70. We'll do it all over again tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms likely, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Friday and Saturday we'll see continued storm chances with highs in the mid-upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate at 647.
Real estate. A high today around 83. We've got 73 already this morning.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through these news stories, try to find a few that's positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
J.J. Watt, you football people know who he is. Well known in Texas for his generosity and connection to the community. He was on the front lines helping out raise money when Houston was impacted by Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. And now with the flooding in Kerr County, Texas, JJ is back in action. JJ and his wife, Kalia, learned that a local restaurant called Grape Juice Cookeville stepped up to feed first responders and anyone in need. The owner of the restaurant is Derek Easton. Summed up their mission perfectly. If I keep making sandwiches, people can still be fed. If responders are fed, they can save lives.
Oh, I love it.
So JJ and Kalia, they heard this. They thought it was great, so they stroked a check for $100,000 to the restaurant to keep the kitchen running and the sandwiches coming. Because he was doing that just for free.
Mm-hmm.
Small business. Losing
yes.
money. I mean, obviously, he's probably not getting a lot of business because of the flooding and all that stuff.
Right.
Then he's giving away all this stuff.
Still
to first
continuing to
responders.
help the community.
So, way to go, J.J. Watt and his wife there. Very cool deal.
Nice
cool.
folks. It's always nice to have people in your community like that. It kind of reminds me of what Big Tony does at Big Tony's Pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to find out, is he okay?
He's going through a lot of health problems right now.
Yes, I've been trying to keep up on Facebook, but I haven't wanted to call and be like, "Hey, how's Big Tony?" Because I didn't want to
I think a lot of people go in and, so they want to support it. And I think his daughter does a lot of posts about it.
Yeah,
too.
that's how I've been keeping up with it, is on Facebook. But anyway, I'm praying for Big Tony.
Yeah.
Great guy. Back in 2010, Wayne Corprew lost his wedding band while cutting down a Christmas tree at Joe's Trees in Virginia. Despite his best efforts, which included a metal detector, Wayne could not find his ring. So he wrote a quick note to the staff at Joe's Trees asking them to be on the lookout for his ring and not to throw it away if it was ever found. Fast forward to 2025, new owners of the farm, Darren and Samantha Gilreath, were planting corn when they spotted something shiny in the soil. It was the ring, just inches from where Wayne had searched all those years ago. And amazingly, Wayne's handwritten note was still in the office, making it quite easy for Darren and Samantha to track Wayne down and return his ring. We just wanted to make sure it got back into the right hands, Darren said. Wayne was both surprised and thankful to see his ring again. He praised the owners of the tree farm for their attention and diligence. It's a great bunch of people up there, Darren said. We love coming up here and getting a tree. I'm just thankful for them that they kept that note for 15 years and that they thought to call me.
Nice.
It goes to show that there are good people out there. This is a great place.
We needed that, real good.
And I think we all need to remember that there are more good people than bad.
Oh, I think so too. It would be a whole lot worse world.
Right. What we ought to do is all of us good people team up on all the bad people.
Let's do that.
All right. So
do a Robin Hood on them.
To J.J. Watt, to Wayne Corprew, the new owners of Joe's Trees in Virginia, y'all are real good. All right, Sheila, it's Ask Jason time. I did get 3 right yesterday. I'm pretty sure you gave me some good hints, though.
I try. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to give the good hints without giving it away.
I know.
This is about dating.
Oh, all right.
You should be good at this.
Let's see.
All right. Question number 1. 42% of women say this is the number one thing they look for in a potential date. What is it?
Well, I'm going to go with I'm going to give you a top list here. Okay?
Oh, really? And I get to choose the answer?
You can let me know if I'm close on any of them.
All right.
Okay? Good hair.
Nope.
Good teeth.
Nope.
Polite.
Nope. I'm sure they like all this stuff, but 42% say this.
And I know most women, not all, but most, I think, would prefer a man that was taller than
That's
them.
it right there.
Well, that was my number 4.
Well, I'm going to give that to you because
imagine if you had good hair and teeth on top of that.
You're in like Flint.
Unstoppable.
All right. Now you got 4 right for the week.
So taller was the answer?
Someone taller than they are, which I don't have to worry about that.
Boy, you had your pick, didn't you, Sheila?
Everybody's taller than me. Question number 2 on Ask Jason. 60% of women say they're willing to kiss a guy on the first date if he does this. What is it?
Well,
you'd be real good to go on this because he talks about this all the time.
I talk about this all the time. So it's something that we talk about on the date, not something we do on the date.
No.
Something we talk about.
Yeah. That's your hint. Come on. You shouldn't have to think too hard on this.
Talk about your pets.
No. Close.
We probably wouldn't want to be talking about your kids. That'd be awkward on a date, on a first date especially.
Especially in the South, we like guys that's. I've given you too many hints.
Love your mama.
Yes, talk about your mama.
Okay.
60% of women say they're more willing to kiss you if you talk good about your mama. And yeah, I say Southern women really like it.
I'm nailing this. If I was in the dating pool now, man.
He claims he could write a book on dating.
Donna, you got a catch. I mean, it's obvious now.
Oh wow, She hit the jackpot, did she not?
Yeah, that's fun to say until you meet her and see her picture. Then you're like, oh, no.
She's like
that's
gorgeous.
That's the other way around, Jason.
Hi, Rafferty Cleary. All right, last question.
All right.
90% of single women say men who like these are more likely to get a date. What is it? Go back to the first answer on that last question.
That doesn't make any sense, Sheila.
Yeah, because you said, before you said your mom.
Oh.
You said talk about this.
You don't
even know.
pets.
Yes, specifically, 90% of single women say men who like these are more likely to get a date.
Oh, so it's either a dog or a cat. Since I think women identify more with cats, then I'm going to say cats.
Ding, 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 all 3 right. So 6 right so far this week.
Yeah. And I got no pushback on you on women folk being like cats.
No, I know we are.
Yes.
And y'all are like dogs.
Yes. Loyal, happy to see you.
My cats are loyal.
Only when they want something.
Well, they greet me after I get in from work. They'll hear me pulling in the garage, and then they'll wait at the back door.
Yeah.
Feed me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Us women relate to that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Buy me jewelry, pet me, and tell me I'm pretty.
Men, they always say men are dogs. And men are dogs. We are dogs. We are dogs.
I've heard that you guys are pigs, too, but...
Well, dogs and pigs are... pigs are actually one of the most intelligent animals. Google it. It's for real.
No, I know. But I don't think that's why we call y'all pigs, for the smartness.
No, I don't know why you call us pigs. I mean, I
don't think all men are.
You should take it as a compliment.
What?
Pigs are friendly. They work the ground very well. They taste delicious. And they can be pets just like dogs.
Have you ever had a little potbelly pig?
No, but I've had full-size pigs that I treated like pets, and
until he had bacon.
Until I killed them and ate them.
Yeah, I grew up like that, you know.
But
it's hard for him to imagine I grew up as country as him.
So, to be called a dog and to be called a pig, I think that's a badge of honor.
Of course you would, but hey, dogs are sweet. I don't have anything against dogs or pigs, really, but...
Sounds like it. Today is Call of the Horizon Day.
Call of the Horizon. I don't know what that means.
It's that encourages us to explore the world and chase our dreams. Today is also Fashion Day. Are you being fashionable today, Sheila?
Every day.
Did you see this was on the X on the Twitter, but they had a video of Cardi B.
No, I haven't seen that.
At some fashion thing. And so had real big shoulders and came up and came down and went way down in here, you see a lot of cleavage.
It plunged.
But she had a live bird chained to her. And the live bird did not want to be there.
Oh, was it flying everywhere?
It was trying to get away, and I felt bad for the bird.
Yeah. So was it animal abuse a little bit?
Poor
bird.
It looked like an old crow or something.
Old crow.
But I don't.
Cardi B and her old crow.
I don't know what it was, but that bird really wants to get away. But that was some sort of fashion
he's not
week
used
thing.
to that audience like that.
And it's also National Sugar Cookie Day.
I like a good sugar cookie.
It's down on my list.
Really?
Sugar cookies are just above the oatmeal raisin cookies.
No.
Just barely above.
I like chocolate chips, snickerdoodle, and sugar cookies. Those are my 3 favorites.
Coming up after 7 o'clock.
Old Rafferty Cleary's coming in.
The old Raffy Taffy. He's here from the city of Monterey. A couple of great new businesses opened up, and I'm sure you'll want to talk about that. Some other events going on in Monterey. And then after 7:30, Marsha Mullins from the National Day of Prayer. There's a Pray for Tennessee that's coming up. And so we'll talk to Marsha about that, find out how you can get involved, the who's, the whats, and the whens, and the wheres of that. So stick around. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. Willow Window located at 310 Newman Drive. You can get more information about Willow Window at willowwindow.pro. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
Thanks to a Facebook post on a video, a man accused of flashing and flaunting a gun inside the secure Shelby County Criminal Justice Center was arrested. Dedrick Patterson was identified from a post by his mother, DeShonda Owsley. Court records state Patterson was due in court last month for a prior reckless endangerment charge. The video showed Owsley wheeling him inside the building via wheelchair. Both Owsley and Patterson have retained attorneys and have a preliminary hearing July 22nd. Charges filed against 18-year-old Sean Elijah Plummer for breaking into a guest house, causing $50,000 worth of damages, and assaulting 3 deputies Monday in Murfreesboro. Deputies say he was agitated on the second-story balcony and wouldn't comply with orders to leave. As the deputies tried to arrest Plummer, he allegedly bit into Deputy Keeney's arm. He's held on a $51,000 bond and set for a hearing on August 25th. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
People all over the country join AmeriCorps Vista to build their community while they build their career.
AmeriCorps Vista provides a huge network with a lot of different opportunities, so you can find the position that works for you. It's a great opportunity to meet friends. It's a great opportunity to learn job skills.
AmeriCorps Vista members address poverty through economic development, education, youth mentorship, and more.
What motivated me to join AmeriCorps Vista was really just being able to give back to the community which I represent.
We can all kind of work together, work to our strengths, and create this network.
That allows me to be giving back to the community. We are allowing our next generation to be sustained.
Learn how you can build your community and your career at AmeriCorps.gov/Vista. That's AmeriCorps.gov/Vista.
A Tennessee teenager safe after she was rescued from the deadly flash floods in central Texas. 14-year-old Mary Steele Gant was staying at Camp Mystic in Kerr County, which was washed away over the weekend by the fast-moving waters. Her father says she had to be pulled from her cabin via helicopter. 27 of her fellow campers and counselors have died, with 5 others remaining missing. So far, the death toll from the Texas floods has surpassed 110 people as of Wednesday morning, with over 170 remaining missing. A Bartlett man arrested by ICE last week is speaking out about conditions inside the Louisiana prison where he's being held. Gerardo Granados, who has lived in the United States for 23 years, says he shares a crowded room with about 130 people and is only allowed outside for an hour a day. His family believes he was profiled and says he has long contributed to the community. Granados awaits a court hearing to determine if he can stay in the States or be deported to Mexico. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Averett's corporate office in Cookeville evacuated all campus buildings Tuesday after receiving a bomb threat. A post on the company Facebook page said the evacuation took place to ensure the safety of associates and to allow emergency crews to conduct a facility sweep. So far, law enforcement has not released any details about the incident. Officials with the Tennessee Department of Revenue say an Overton County man has been granted pretrial diversion on attempted tax evasion charges. On Monday, Judge Sean Fry accepted the signed order and ordered Ricky Dell Bowman to pay restitution of $4,496.50. The charge stems from Bowman underreporting the purchase price of a boat at the Overton County Clerk's Office. Monterey aldermen have appointed a new member to the town's Civil Service Board. The appointment of Jeff Leonard to the town's Hiring and Employee Disciplinary Authority came a month after aldermen tabled action on making an appointment to the Civil Service Board. At that time, aldermen wanted time to consider the possibility of nominating Mayor Alex Garcia to the 3-member board. Monday, a majority of aldermen agreed that adding Garcia or any elected official to the Civil Service Board would go against the original intent of keeping politics out of hiring and disciplinary decisions. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Some areas are dealing with patchy fog to start the day. This should quickly burn off late in the morning with hot and sticky conditions building in as the day progresses. This afternoon will bring scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms, a few of which could be strong. Gusty winds, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, and localized flash flooding are possible in stronger storms. Highs will be in the mid-upper 80s. Patchy fog will develop once again overnight with lows around 70. We'll do it all over again tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms likely, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Friday and Saturday we'll see continued storm chances with highs in the mid-upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:07 now.
And our buddy, our news director and cultural administrator for the town of Monterey, Rafferty Cleary, is with us.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Rafferty.
Hey.
Hey, congratulations on another great fireworks display in the great town of Monterey.
Thanks, man. And, you know, it was a pleasure getting to spend it with you.
We had a good time.
I wish I could have spent it with both of you.
Well, I was there.
Oh, I know.
I was just hiding out.
You're that
my family.
You're that person that comes but does everything in their power to avoid everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
Exactly
you know that I was up there in the middle of things
what she did,
all different years, and I'm like, I'm going to be with my family this time.
I'm going to talk about it. I'm a little miffed.
It was upsetting, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, to know that she was there and didn't even come say hi.
Mm-hmm. And how could someone not have FOMO?
I know, right?
Well, I didn't miss out. Fear of missing out?
Yeah.
Me and him?
Yeah.
You weren't there.
Well, I said, hey, I'm here.
We're supposed to be a team.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be part of the team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
Sheila.
I'm sorry.
It's okay though.
I was
Me and
there in person and in spirit.
me and Jason got to ride around the truck with Chris. And
Oh yeah, we had big time, didn't we?
we talked about all kinds of things
And
live.
me. Did you talk bad about me since I went with
I got
you?
to eat Italian while I was there, and something else I got to do, and I know Rafferty doesn't want to talk about this, is the new ice cream shop.
That's right. You kind of got it forced down you, didn't
I
you?
did because everybody knows that me and ice cream, we don't mix. Like I could have a bowl of ice cream and feel like I'd spent the whole night drinking.
Yeah.
You know, I feel hung over the next day.
That's coming. That's coming.
And
the older you get, Rafferty.
so what's his name? What's the owner's name?
Robert McClellan.
Robert, he kept saying, you know, hey, do you want to try some ice cream? And I was like, oh, no, not right now, you know. And then he said, oh, come on, try some ice cream. And I was like, look, here's the deal. I'm lactose intolerant, and I got a lot more stuff to do today. Because if I was to have real ice cream, well, I'd have been in the depot
Yeah.
the rest of the night. Me and Dale.
So how'd you handle that? You didn't want to hurt his feelings?
Well, I told him that. I told him, I said, look, man, I said, I'm sure this is delicious, but I don't want to go through all that right now. He said, well, I've got something for you then. And he has a lactose-free ice cream. And whenever I've had some of that stuff before, and it's always had a weird, like, wang to it. This tastes just like ice cream. It was delicious.
And did it hit you 20
No.
minutes later?
No. Well, you saw me.
Yeah, you were good.
I was good to go.
I thought that Jason was just telling him that he was lactose intolerant. I didn't know he was lactose intolerant, so I thought he was just like, no, I'm good. Because he kept pushing, you know.
Well, I stopped having dairy several years ago.
I didn't know that.
Because we're the only animal that still drinks milk after we're weaned. And we're the only animal that drinks milk from a different animal.
That's the only reason you stopped drinking milk?
Well, why would we do it if other animals don't do
So
it?
you're really not lactose intolerant.
No, I am.
You never know with him. He could be making it up.
I mean, if y'all want to have a bowl of ice cream and wait around with me all day, I'll show you.
I don't care enough.
No,
for that. I mean, I care about
believe
you, but
you're a funny guy. You know what I mean? You're
So
funny.
you thought I would just pull out lactose intolerant to the
you were
ice
in a
cream guy.
bad mood, and the guy was like pushing ice cream, and you were like, you know what?
I don't want to be
lactose
pushed.
intolerant. and then he hit him with the, oh, well, I've got something for you. And in my head, I was just like, ha ha.
Yeah. But it was really good. What's the name of the place? The Tennessee Central?
Tennessee Central Soda Shop.
Yeah.
I love that name too, right
Oh,
there by the.
If you find
depot.
yourself up I-40 or in Monterey, you got to stop by there. One, Robert seems like the nicest guy in the world.
Great dude.
What a great all-American name, Robert McClellan.
Yeah.
He's an all-American guy.
I love that.
But a delicious ice cream, and the way he's redone the building, because that building was all but falling in on itself at one point.
Yeah, bad shape.
And so
I like how people redo things, and then you hate buildings just sit there.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that he
Yeah.
made something out of it, and it's
Absolutely.
a really good ice cream shop in
yeah.
Monterey.
And then he's
then
putting something else in too, isn't he, Rafferty?
So the whole thing is phased out.
Okay.
And even the Tennessee Central Soda Shop is not entirely completed yet.
Mhm.
So he simply started off with coffee, ice cream, and pastries right now.
Yeah.
Soon we'll add sandwiches into the menu, and then later on we'll add burgers and things of that nature to kind of meet the classic soda shop diner style theme. And then this entire building, this is on the corner of Chestnut and Commercial.
There's that old garage next to Phillips Shoes.
Old garage used to be the bus station as well in Monterey, Pan Am, if you will, and it's going to be 2 restaurants in that entire building.
Oh,
So you'll
okay.
have the Tennessee Central Soda Shop, and then you're going to have right next to it, building's been divided off. It'll be the Limited, and the Limited, also following the train theme, will be a pub.
Oh, neat.
Pub style.
So about pub and like burgers and stuff
Burgers and, yep.
Fantastic.
So big plans, all phased out, and has plans for outdoor patio seating on the front.
Yeah.
That's
of
gonna be great.
Commercial Avenue,
Yeah.
which is really neat to think that we'll have that style
that'd be
of
really neat,
atmosphere
yeah.
on And that part will be constructed real soon. He'll start on that one in the next couple of weeks.
So is this something, is Monterey as a town, is Monterey out actively seeking these businesses to come, or are these businesses just happen to be coming to Monterey?
I think it's kind of complicated, but you first have to give the credit to our elected officials, because they've been willing to showcase the town. And when I say that, they've been willing to go bold and shut down 2 state highways and let vendors come in and fill the streets up. And it's allowed a bunch of different people come into our town and look at how beautiful downtown area is. And I know for a fact that at least 4 investments that have taken place on the commercial avenue were people who came here, they saw the potential, enjoyed their time, and they took a risk, and it's just worked out for the better. So it starts there.
Right.
And I think you got to give more credit to them too, because they've bought into this idea that tourism is economic development. And so if we make investments ourselves into that, it's only going to pay off. And so that's continued for the last 5 years.
Well, you can't argue that tourism is our number one money getter right now for this whole region.
It is.
I mean, we beat Gatlinburg, for God's sakes.
Here's the deal. I mean, history can tell us some things. Okay, so back when the town was a resort town, it was a destination.
It was the biggest town in Putnam County.
And I've always said it can still be that.
Absolutely.
You got a little sidetrack somewhere but it can still be that. And we won't have 7 hotels like existed there at one time. We probably will never have that.
You don't know that.
Don't know it, but probably won't. But it can be a resort destination.
Sure can. Well, I mean, with adventure tourism, with the way that it's come about, and Monterey's just chock full of that adventure tourism. And it's that, and you're right, it does have that small town feel that a lot of people from big towns want to experience. And they want to be able to experience getting out in nature, which Meadow Creek Park provides that with lots of trails. Monterey has a lot of stuff going for it, and
B-Rock too.
B-Rock, but good on Monterey for showing out a little bit, because I mean you're not going to get noticed.
A beautiful area
unless you show out a little bit. Rafferty Cleary is the cultural administrator for the town of Monterey. More with him coming up here in just a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila with you live at the Willow Window Studio. 7:18 now.
Rafferty Cleary is cultural administrator for the town of Monterey, and you are getting it done, Rafferty.
Thanks, baby.
Hey, seriously, I love everything that's coming to Monterey, even the Domino's Pizza. How's it doing so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So this came about, and I don't know how many people know this yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we found out much about it. But apparently, during the grand finale of the Monterey fireworks, it was so loud, so ground-shaking, that it registered on the Richter scale, and there was reports of an earthquake in Monterey.
Yay!
That's what I've seen and been told.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
I thought that was really cool because you didn't see that in Nashville.
No.
I'm sure not everyone appreciated that, but
I did. What was great is while it was happening, looking around, and everybody was smiling real big but blinking the whole time.
I had there was, I think all total the finale was like 47 seconds long.
It's ridiculous.
Because I got an entire video of it and went back, and there was this point where you thought it was coming to an end.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then like phase 2 happened. And then when that phase
They
2
cranked it up another notch.
Yeah, when that phase 2 occurred, I went full-blown redneck. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I got up and gave the biggest like, woo!
Yeah.
And I think I ended it with like, that's how you do it in Monterey. And I mean, it got me
It does
hyped.
make you a little crazy, don't
Yeah,
it?
it got
I don't
me
know what
hyped.
it
I
is
was
about
like-
blowing stuff up or
was-
seeing things blown
It was
up.
a blast. I mean, it really was. It was so, and then later that night to find out that, holy crap, I think that caused an earthquake.
Yeah, Matt Reap he was kind of the head honcho in charge of the fireworks with Pyrotechnico, and then Mike Herrick, of course. I mean, great group.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome. But Matt posted about that with the Richter scale thing, and then a video of the
Matt, we've had him in here to
finale.
interview. He's got a great personality anyway.
I guess he's got a bunch of like guys who are in the business that follow his Facebook page,
Yeah.
and so when he posted that, there was like all this firework talk going on in his
Everybody
feed.
jealous.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah.
just like, man, that thing had some booty on it, man. I mean, they were looking
love
at
it.
the video and stuff, and I was like, it's so cool to be able to say that we had such a reputable company in town. I mean, Pyrotechnico, and I know you guys have hyped them up, but you know, the same company that did the presidential inauguration and all these NASCAR races and Major League Baseball All-Star games, and I think NFL Super Bowl maybe even before, to be able to say that they brought that artistry in our town is something to be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's really great, and it seems like it just gets better year after year. I was talking to Ricky Shelton. I said it's the coolest thing is that every community is proud of the other community that's having fireworks.
Yeah.
But there's this little bitty bit of competition. And all it does is
It's
make
healthy competition.
It's healthy competition, but what it makes everybody every year
step it up
their game a little bit more, and it's been awesome for us as a community, that little bit of competition there.
It is good, and it's not a lie. There is. I mean, the way we pitched ours was we're the party after the party.
Yeah,
and we closed out the 4th, and we were hoping that ours would be everything, and it was.
It was. How many? Do you have any sort of idea how many people were in town? Because it was slammed.
I mean, thousands, no doubt.
Oh, easily that.
Just looking, pictures from last year to this year, I think there was definitely more people, especially up on Commercial Avenue and in the stage area, which is just the neatest place to watch the fireworks.
Really is.
And I think people saw that last year and they were like, wait, we're going there next year. So I think that was a little bit of why there was much more of a blob of people there.
Yeah.
But I mean, by all accounts, our businesses did great. Vendors did wonderful. And so that's a really good way to gauge
well,
how many people were down there. And
great job. I know that everybody's already looking forward to next year, 250th birthday of America next year, and everybody I've talked to that was part of Freedom Week. Our crew that was in Freedom Week, Everybody's already talking about stepping it up big for the 250th birthday of America.
So I wrote a bunch of thank you notes to all of our sponsors earlier this week, and I made note like, I look forward to partnering next year as we celebrate America's 250th.
I guess we should be looking for ours in the mail here soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah.
Put me on the spot, man.
What with the growth of everything, Monterey is growing too. I know a lot of people. They don't. If you hadn't made it up the hill in a while, make it up the hill.
Yes.
Because Monterey is doing really great, and
Try
all
the soda shop.
and all signs point to more growth happening in Monterey. Tell us a little bit about that, and then how things are doing at Meadow Creek Park. I know that's been a work that you started and are still the work is still going on there. I know a few things have been added since we last talked.
Yeah, we're open for business, plain and simple. Our town is open for business. We've got all kinds of things planned over the next couple of months. The watermelon crawl, Center Hill Events function will take place on July 26th. So, I mean, we get through the 5th of July, Fire on the Mountain, move right into watermelon crawl, and then we'll have our I don't think there is a Halloween festival anything like ours across the region. I mean, we shut our town down, have a huge party right there in Commercial Avenue, so we'll have that.
Livingston's got Halloween.
Well, ours is better. And then Mayor Garcia has got some really big plans for Christmas this year that expands on what we've ever done before, and so we're going to sit down here soon and start talking about that. But that should be it won't be just the parade. I mean, he's got some really good ideas to make it kind of an all-day type celebration. So a lot of events coming up. And then as far as Meadow Creek goes, it's just, changing all the time, but changing in a way that's still not going to crowd that place up. You know, we're adding amenities that aren't going to cause any type of crowd surge or anything like that. But something that's happening tomorrow, in fact, is the Outpost at Meadow Creek Park. They offer kayak rentals and mountain bike rentals and paddleboard rentals. They're hosting a moonlight paddle at Meadow Creek, and so it's an opportunity to get on the water after dark.
Oh, neat!
And they're going to paddle all the way to the back of the lake and back under the moon, and hopefully no clouds and bad weather. And that's something that they're going to start offering more, is these different types of experiences, whether it's a nighttime hike, moonlight paddle, things of that. There's a fly fishing, I'm trying to think of the word, but training course that's going to take place. Yeah, instructional course that's taking place out there soon. And you can follow all of that on the Outpost at Meadow Creek Park's Facebook page. Our pavilion done a huge, just massive pavilion that we put out there so folks can rent and have parties and get-togethers.
Well, that's a great idea.
Troyer's Post Buildings donated that to the town of Monterey.
Good for them.
Good. They're just great folks. Tim and Matt, all of them out there, they're just a tremendous business and a huge part of Monterey's success.
Hey,
we've got nearly 13 miles of trails completed out there, and add 13 more on in the future.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so
I think, we talk to you all the time. We take for granted that I know you love it, but tell folks really why you do love working in the Monterey area, because I think if you, like Jason said, if you haven't been in a while, what are you waiting on?
Right.
I like working there because, first of all, that town is everything to me. I don't like, this is not an emotional show, but that town is everything to me. So I just show up one day, and different time in my life, and it just the people.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like, why would I
They surrounded you, and I mean, you became
really
one of them in no time.
Yeah, they took.
Yeah, they love Rafferty.
I mean, they took you in.
I love it. So that's why I love working there so much, and because it's just full of great people and great places and things, and
You don't get that small town feel just anywhere, and I think our towns around here are just really all American, feel good Southern towns.
And I'll give Rafferty
you know?
some other credit too. He's part of the Upper Cumberland as
Yes.
well. His focus is Monterey, but he cares about this whole area.
I do.
And does a good job. I know I don't say that to you, but you do a good job,
It's
Rafferty.
weird getting mushy-gushy with you.
See, I know. It's like we want it, but then
Well.
when he does it, you think the other shoe's going to fall. What's going on? But he can be sweet sometimes.
We were getting close to the end of your segment, so I thought I just throw that
And
out there.
we could not let you go.
He'll say something mean to me.
That's not true, Rafferty.
Congratulations on your engagement to Miss Charlotte. We love
Yeah.
her.
How about that?
Yeah, man.
Nothing can prepare you for that moment.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
So you got down on one knee.
I did.
Because you're Mr. Romantic.
Yeah, but this was
And
not.
she deserved
this,
that.
This was not romantic by
Oh,
any
come
means.
on.
No, I did it on the front porch of my house.
Which is sweet.
I guess.
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't romantic enough, but I'm a little OCD and.
You should have painted it up there on the Monterey Water Tower. That would have been.
Could have done something like
You
that.
still got time.
Yeah, I would redo it. Hey, let me redo
Yeah,
this.
yeah, redo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing can prepare you for that at all. And but it was great.
Well, congratulations.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
You both got a good
I feel
one.
better about doing it on the front porch because I was at Fire on the Mountain and I'm talking to one of our police officers.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, that's not a bad thing. He's like, I did mine at a graveyard. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, front porch isn't bad then.
No.
This guy proposed to his wife at a graveyard.
No, it doesn't matter where you propose, man. If she loves you, she's going to say yes no matter what.
That's true.
Just as long as you're not proposing in jail or something, right? You know?
Oh,
I don't know. There's
Ain't
people
nothing
that get
wrong.
engaged in jail.
Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Hell, I don't care where you get
To
engaged.
each his own.
Where'd you pop the question at? The Sally Port.
The only thing that I'm concerned with this marriage is that they're planning on getting married during football season, which is a huge no-no.
Now, rest assured, I would never do it on a fall Saturday.
Okay, well, that's good.
I mean, there's just things
I was worried
that
about
matter.
that.
Wedding, football.
Right.
I mean,
I mean, you're looking at a Thursday afternoon, really.
you know where my
Wednesday.
priorities stand. Football,
Why don't you do a Tuesday? There's never football on Tuesday.
There is. Those MAC teams play on Tuesday nights.
That's Thursday nights.
No, they play Tuesdays.
Do they?
Mhm.
Well, if you get married early enough in the day, though, it'd be fine. Consult me when you get ready to set the date. Okay.
We'll do that.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville
well.
is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang out, guys. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Dallas Mavericks star Anthony Davis underwent surgery to repair a detached retina that he suffered during the season. Davis only played 11 games for the Mavs after being traded from the Lakers due to a groin injury in his opening game with Dallas. ESPN reports that he will be healthy and ready to go for training camp. Number 2 tennis player in the world, Carlos Alcaraz, cruised through his quarterfinal round of Wimbledon, beating Cam Norrie in straight sets yesterday. Alcaraz has now won 23 matches in a row as he heads to the semifinals to face American Taylor Fritz. The top hockey high school recruit in the country committed to Penn State yesterday. Gavin McKenna is already projected to be the #1 pick in the 2026 NHL draft and is drawing comparisons to Patrick Kane. Penn State made its first Frozen Four appearance last season, losing to Boston University. In the MLB yesterday, the Kansas City Royals beat the Pirates 4-3. Brewers topped the Dodgers for a second straight night 3-1. Twins over the Cubs 8-1. Reds fell to the Marlins 12-2, and Tigers beat the Rays 4-2. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:34.
And from the National Day of Prayer Task Force, we have Marsha Mullins and Victoria Carmack. They're in here to talk about something that's coming up this Tuesday, July 15th at 4:30. So it is the Putnam County Courthouse gathering and another kind of day of prayer, if you will. So tell us a little more about this.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you, Sheila and Jason.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
We
So
appreciate it.
this the Tennessee Day of Prayer, is that what it is?
Well, actually, it is Governor Lee signed on May the 2nd of this year, House Joint Resolution 0051 that declares every July from now on for the month of July to be statewide prayer, fasting, and a time of repentance. So it's more than a day, and this is statewide. Each county is assigned a time and date, and Putnam was assigned July the 15th at 4:30. So
Yeah. Are you in charge of this all over the state like you are for National Day of Prayer?
no.
Okay, all right.
No. This is totally separate from National Day of Prayer. My husband and I just stepped forth as Putnam County organizers, leaders, but each county has someone different. So it's exciting.
So, Victoria, is there going to be speakers there that day like there is a National Day of Prayer? Or?
Yes. Marcia and Jean has put together the order of that day. And so there will be a total of five.
Yes, about five.
There'll be a total of 5 speakers, and it'll be at the commission's quarters in the courthouse.
So upstairs, it'll be that part will be
Indoors,
So
yes.
will the rest of this be outside then? And then
It'll all be indoors this year.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going to try indoors. Last year it was 103 heat index.
yeah, that's not good.
And at 4:30,
You don't need people passing out.
No,
right?
and there were several elderly people there, and it was really hot.
Yeah.
Plus, at 4:30 in the afternoon, traffic is pretty noisy on the square.
Oh,
have it
yeah.
outdoors. So we're going to do it indoors this year, and you can do more with. We've got slideshow and PowerPoint and that kind of thing.
And what will that show? The slideshow and PowerPoint, like what's that about?
It's gonna. My husband put that together. Thank you, Gene.
Way to go, Gene. Happy wife, happy life, Gene.
You got it. It'll be pictures from across the state, but a lot of them will be from our service last year in Putnam County. So you'll recognize some people. Now, last year was the first year. It was unprecedented, historic call for Tennessee statewide to come to prayer. And it went so well and was so received that they amended it to be every year. So, and it's picking up momentum. Louisiana has adopted the same type of resolution for their state. California is working on theirs. I don't know if you all are familiar with Jack Hibbs. He's a pretty well-known pastor from California. But Representative Fritz, who authored the bill, is from District 32, and he will be joining us again this year. He did a tour last year of all 95 counties.
Oh.
Bless him. He went to 5 counties a day to help them with their services.
Wow.
So he brought it to the floor, and then Senator Mark Pody, who's from the Lebanon area, sponsored it on the Senate side, and it was bipartisan bill, and Governor Lee signed it. So, but they had emails from Australia, even.
Like want to know how to do it, or
just to let Tennessee know, hey, this is a great thing. We're praying. We're standing with you.
wow.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, we're praying that this will go nationally and then globally.
So, as you said, all the counties have their own time and all of that
Right.
stuff. So, where does Putnam County rank? Are we the first one to do it?
No, it started July the 1st, actually, in Wilson County.
Sorry, Carmen. I like to Victoria. I like to be first at stuff.
Yeah, we like to claim it as
Yeah.
ours.
We are first in Jesus' eyes.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. When I get to heaven, I want Jesus to say, "You from Putnam County, right?" And I'll say, "Yeah."
Go right in.
Yeah, we just want to be a blessing.
Hey, and when you get to heaven, you'll see my picture on his refrigerator.
Yeah, that's right.
He loves us.
Now, you've been handing out cards and everything to let everybody know about this, and it's Pray for Tennessee, the number 4, pray4tn.com.
.us.
.us.
So it's pray for the number 4 tn.us. If you'll go there, you can read the resolution that was written. You can read the history of how all of this got started, and there's also a listing of each county, time and date. Most of the services, we're calling sacred assemblies, are at the courthouse in each county seat.
I think when everybody comes together like that, there's just a feeling that comes over. Well, me, especially National Day of Prayer, I just love that day. And you can feel like a shift in the air. It just is everybody coming together as one just to pray for our country, now praying for our state.
Yes.
It's just nothing like it.
And it's based on 2 Chronicles 7:14, which most of us know. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and heal their land.
With limited space in the courthouse, do people need to pre-register to be there, or is it first come first serve, or are you just going to get as many people in there as you possibly can?
Option number 3, we'll get as many people in as we can.
That's what I figured your answer would be, but
it'll all work out.
Yeah, I know it's all. I'm not worried about it working out. I mean, we've done stuff with Marcia several times, and it always
works out.
It's always well planned.
It's God.
Amen.
Yeah.
If there's an overflow, we can always be in the
hallways. Yeah, we'll have chairs set up. And the good thing about that room and the hallways, it echoes, and you can usually hear pretty well.
Well, Victor, I know National Day of Prayer, the task force, you've been involved with it. What made you step up and be involved with National Day of Prayer Task Force?
Prayer is the greatest gift that we were ever given, and it's our pathway to open the door and allow God to work in our lives. And as God broadens our hearts and our minds to not only focus on ourselves and our families, but our communities, going statewide, nationwide, and worldwide, someone has to take a stand. And so I've been a part of NDOP for about 10 years, but prayer has been my heart since I was a teenager. And so in the midst of all this, God just keeps calling you deeper and deeper because you see the need and the love. And it's only in prayer that we find restoration, communication, and unity. And that's true liberty.
Well, it's all, for somebody who maybe is hearing this and is not had that conviction like you have, they're just hearing about this. They don't pray every day. They maybe not have a church home. What a great way for them to start a relationship.
Amen.
Yes.
And, because it just takes one time really the relationship's there to be had, but you got to start talking to him. And I think a lot of people just, get nervous about praying because, they hear people pray that are good at it. He's good at praying. there is no such thing as good at praying.
That's right. Amen.
Yeah, so
You just talk to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, every time I pray, for some reason, y'all are going to think this is funny. Every time I pray, I feel like I got to tell him it's me.
It's me again, Lord.
Hey, God, it's me.
I just figure, I mean,
I love it.
He obviously knows, but every time I start the prayer, it's like,
So cute.
hey, it's Jason.
Hey, God, it's Jason.
Yeah.
And he's
Like he don't
the
have
hairs of
caller
your
ID
head
or something.
numbered.
Do what?
He knows it's you. He's got the hairs of your head.
It makes me
numbered.
feel like I'm reading that Judy Blume book,
Yeah.
as a girl.
Yeah.
Dear God, it's me, Margaret.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty much what I do, and I don't.
It's fun.
I don't know why. So, but I say that to let everybody know there is no such thing as praying good.
Yeah. It's just
So-
talking and having a relationship with him.
So the heart of God is to communicate and be one with him, right? Because he created us. We have that desire on the inside of us. But what most people don't think about, because we put expectations on ourselves, is God is not human.
Right.
So he doesn't hear our words. He hears the cry of our heart,
Amen.
whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Right.
When we're talking to him in that spiritual flow, it becomes that force and that relationship that we long for.
Yeah.
I love that he hears the cry of our heart. That's so true. You can
Absolutely.
feel that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking to Marsha Mullins, also Victoria Carmack is in here. Pray #4tn.us. That's coming up here soon. More of them coming up on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. Hang out. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Some areas are dealing with patchy fog to start the day. This should quickly burn off late in the morning with hot and sticky conditions building in as the day progresses. This afternoon will bring scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms, a few of which could be strong. Gusty winds, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, and localized flash flooding are possible in stronger storms. Highs will be in the mid-upper 80s. Patchy fog will develop once again overnight with lows around 70. We'll do it all over again tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms likely, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Friday and Saturday we'll see continued storm chances with highs in the mid-upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here live in the Willow Window studio. It's 7:47 now.
From the National Day of Prayer Task Force, we have Marsha Mullins and Victoria Carmack. We're talking about this coming Tuesday at 4:30, July 15th at the courthouse. There's going to be a Tennessee historic call to prayer, and everyone is invited. It will be inside at the commission's chambers. And then you were talking, too, during the break about a prayer walk that's coming up.
Yeah, the Upper Cumberland Prayer Walk. It's going to be Sunday, July 27th or Sunday, August 3rd. And so you pick a place, and how does that work?
Or you could go to both.
Yeah.
You could do both. For prayer leaders, whoever wants to get a group of people together, and you can prayer walk city buildings, county buildings, schools, hospital, just wherever, your neighborhood, wherever you want, and it's as many people as you want. It can be 2 or 3. Small group, or it can be a larger group. But the good thing is you get to pick according to your schedule. And
You don't need to sign up for this. This is just something you just decide to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Just with your group.
Everybody seems they want you to sign up for stuff anymore, so that's why I asked. Now, I did notice on the Pray for TN thing that you have here, it says call to prayer fasting.
Yeah.
Now, there's some good restaurants you can smell at the courthouse. And now, can we pray and then fast, or do we have to do both at the same time, Marcia? I need to know the rules to this.
There are no rules. It's however what God calls you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Spirit will show you. Some people fast from different things. Some people are not physically able to fast, and that's okay too. So,
well, you can fast your social media.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't have to be food. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
People have said that's actually harder to fast social
but probably
media.
even healthier.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Mentally.
well, you're right. I mean, you could, and because I find myself, even at a red light. Well, I wonder what everybody else is doing. Used to you just sit at a red light and wait.
Yeah.
And now you have to be entertained.
All the time. Yeah.
So.
Well, it was so strange. There was one day at my doctor's office, they put you back in the room and then you still got to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you should have had your phone out. I said, it's just quiet time. It's like, it was good. I didn't want my phone out.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm sorry you had to wait. And I'm like, it was good. It was like a meditation time.
Last time I was at the doctor, I saw the whole internet. That's how.
You had to wait that long.
That's how long it took to get back. I saw I got to the end of it. Nothing there.
No rainbow or anything.
That pot of gold.
No. It wasn't anything there. It's just some dead MySpace things laying around.
That's all we need to get together,
Yeah.
fast and pray.
That's right.
Fasting and praying.
Well, and so let's go back to relationship with God, and the whole heart of our leaders in Tennessee is to cause us to truly know our roots.
Mm-hmm.
We're known as volunteers,
Mhm,
right?
right.
We are considered part of the Bible Belt, and we want to be forerunners. Let's say disciples per se, that we can be an example for other people to follow. And when you learn to step into that process, Marcia and I were talking before we came in here about laboring into rest. Well, to labor into rest, it's you think, well, how do I do that? You shut down your mind and you just have that meditation where we talk to the Father, and it's like, Father, help me in the midst of the doctor or my kids or whatever the process is, and learn to glean from who He is on the inside of us. And
it's harder for us to listen when we do have that social media in front of us, and we don't have that quiet time.
Chaos all the time everywhere, and you can really. There's two ways you can go. You can fall into the chaos part of the world, or the prayer part of the world.
The peace of God.
And the peace.
Yeah.
Of God. Peace.
Yes.
Exactly.
And Jesus said, come unto me, and
Yeah.
I will give you rest. For His yoke is easy and His burden is light. So that's so good. But it's Hebrews chapter 4 talks about entering into that Sabbath rest. And we were, like Victoria said, talking about sometimes you have to labor to get into that rest, which seems odd.
It does seem odd that when you first said that, labor to rest, I'm like, man, I don't, Victoria, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch, so it takes me a little time to catch up. But I see what you mean now, is that you have to work to shut it down, because the brain, I was about to say it has a mind of its own.
And He understands
Which
that
it
He made
does.
us a living, breathing, thinking human being.
Yeah.
But it's only when so in my prayer time and in prayer and fasting, I think that there's so many levels of that peace that we have to push into, like going to the gym and getting all buff. The same in the spirit, because our paths become more narrow and more narrow, because our focus is one of just being led by that peace and that rest. And the scripture says that many are the plans of a man, but He will establish our ways. So when we fall in that river of peace, then we bypass all the pains and the briars per se of life that would prick us if we're in the right flow.
So it's like picking blackberries.
Uh-huh. You got to reach in there and come
Right,
back.
yeah.
To get the joy of the
To
blackberry.
get the joy. Yeah.
That's true. Blackberry
Victoria, you
cobbler.
got to keep things simple for me, girl. I'm just telling you right now.
I painted you a picture.
You did real good, and I figured it out. So I'm picking blackberries.
You're very visual.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be great. It's Tuesday, July the 15th at the courthouse. It starts at 4:30, but I'd probably get there a little bit. I'd get there before 4:30.
Yeah,
you
I
know
would
me,
too.
I'd get there at 4 anyway. But to get a good seat and get where you need to be and make sure you know where you're at.
Hug everybody.
Oh yeah, you got to have your prepared talk time.
I mean, the hugging is one step closer to God.
You think so?
I do.
It's called unity, right?
Yes, that's it. You're all one.
Yeah, hug time. Is
Maybe
probably not
that's
the
why
best
I
way.
like National Day of Prayer. I get in there and hug everybody.
You do get a lot of hugs on
I
National
love
Day
it.
of Prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that. Everybody's hugging Sheila. Nobody hugged me.
Oh,
And the Butler boys
can't
will be
leave him
back
out.
with the shofars.
You're talking about
Hey.
this Tuesday, or
Mm-hmm.
they are such sweet young men.
And Peyton, the older one, is going to do some teaching on repentance, the Hebrew word in repentance and what it actually means. And
That
it's a
whole
lot
family is
more
just
than
really a
just-
good family.
Oh, I'm sorry I bumped into you. It's more than just a lighthearted, whoops.
Right.
Well, you can tell they play with their heart, that
Yes.
shofar. They just,
It's the breath of God.
yeah.
Well, they're
they
proud.
will like that.
They're proud to be part of that too,
Mhm.
and part of that heritage and history. When we got to talk to them at National Day of Prayer,
Yes.
it was just
It was refreshing to see young people that
not just
involved
that. I mean,
too.
they knew it was neat, right? I mean, they knew that it was neat. but
Yeah.
that's not why they're doing it.
That's their call.
They're right.
Yes.
It is.
They are fully invested into that, and that was to me the most impressive thing. That I mean,
Yeah.
playing the shofar is cool, but the most impressive thing was
Their
how they mean it.
Yes.
exactly.
Their heart.
Right.
And I want to use Peyton while he's still here for another month. He's going off to Moody Bible Institute
Oh, good
in
for him.
August. So we're excited for him, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I've already
Right.
started some
I
tears.
understand. With this Pray for Tennessee, all the churches involved as well, or is there any church? Are any local
We're
churches coming to speak?
We're
or anything?
hoping, Pastor Josh Hodem is going to do our MC, and he's phenomenal. He's got such a heart
Where does he preach?
for
at?
community. He's at First United Pentecostal.
Okay.
So, in different ministries, Next Step will be involved.
Oh, great. I love them.
And Sean Detweiler from Cookeville Pregnancy Center
Yeah.
will be
We
praying.
love her.
So, yeah. And also the Jason Butler, who is Peyton and Parker's father, will be praying. And he pastors in East Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of in transition right now, so.
Well, I met him. I didn't know he was a pastor too. National Day of Prayer. That whole family's just something else.
I know, and has written a great book called "Will Jesus Know You?"
With the
Cultivating your
with the National Day of Prayer, your crew, your National Day of Prayer crew, Marcia, are y'all the ones
Your
taking?
crew.
Well, they're like a good gang. You
They
know?
are. It's like they're a force. They just
Right,
all
yeah.
get it done.
Now, did all of y'all take this up as well? No. Okay.
Well, I'm in about 4 different prayer groups, so I pulled from each group
Mhm.
to involve everybody. We will have prayer teams down front afterwards. If someone has a special need, be glad to pray for them, and we pray for each other. You know,
Right.
we all have needs.
And something else too, and I think that this is right. If this is your first time even thinking about going and doing something like this, maybe you're unchurched, or you don't have a relationship with God or Jesus, and you don't even know where to begin.
And you're curious.
These are
Yeah.
very accepting people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I mean, good gracious, Marcia still talks to me, and I'm a terrible person. And
That's not true.
So, but you know what I mean? I mean, they're accepting people.
Yes.
And so don't be afraid don't be afraid of judgment. Don't be afraid of any of that stuff.
That's what I think the best thing is. There's no judgment. It's just everybody comes
Right.
together and
to me,
just praying for peace, basically.
I love
Yeah.
that as somebody who pushed church away for a little bit because I didn't want to be judged until I found a church that didn't. That's a hard hill to get over for a lot of people. So I want to be sure to let people know I've been involved with doing a few things with National Day of Prayer, Marcia and her gang.
We like it.
And it's never judgy. And I thank you so much for that.
Well, and that's
never judgy, always huggy.
Yeah. That should be a t-shirt.
Let's get it started. Let's
All
get it
right.
rolling and then have the little prayer.
Never judgy, always huggy. I
I'll
love
talk to Halo about that.
He
Yeah.
didn't judge. He just
right.
met people where they were and pulled them up.
Yes.
My favorite picture is when Jesus is reaching under the water with his hand to pull Peter up when Peter went under the water.
Yeah.
And I use that a lot because I need rescuing. We all need.
We all do. Yeah.
It's coming up on Tuesday, July 15th, 4:30, Putnam County Courthouse. Ladies, thanks so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's
Y'all are great.
Oh, thank you. You're great. No, you are. No, you hang up.
Coming up tomorrow, Mike Giammo, attorney with Crabtree and Patterson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He'll be in tomorrow, and we'll have some fun with him about talking about cases.
All the celebrity
cases.
Yeah, we'll get into that. That's tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. See you. Bye.